This is what they call a Eurocentric map of the world. Most maps that were drawn up in that were drawn from a perspective of being European. If you look at there's a map I would call the Peters projection, and it's a much more realistic map. And Africa and South America are huge. You'd have to kind of get nearly a microscope to see Europe. It's tiny. In the context of the world, Europe is tiny. But because Europe decided it was the centre of the universe, it built maps with it in the centre. So therefore everything had to be in relationship to it. So over in the Philippines, all of these, the rest of the world is actually much bigger. Australia is much bigger and it's spread out this part. It's a really interesting to see, and I was hoping I'd have the Peters projection map as well, but I scoured the house for it. But I will get one to have again. So it's the same with ourselves. It's asking, are you actually living out of a map that's up to date for today? The age you are, the life you're living, the experiences you're having, or are you actually living a map that's actually way much younger than you are now? You know, it's like 3-year centred, or 5-year centred, or 12 centred, rather than the exact age you are right now, with the life you are. And the idea is that, you know, if we practice this and do it, that hopefully we will have up-to-date maps. We will actually operate out of an up-to-date map. Yes, I am the age I am, and yes, I have done this in my life, and yeah, I can be confident in it, rather than, yeah, I am the age I am. Yeah, I've done all these things, but you know, it's still not quite good enough, is it? Do you like as a 3-year-old kind of looking around, hoping somebody will say, "Oh, that was good," and then somebody says, "Oh, that was good," and you go, "Oh, great," and somebody says, "Shite." So you live your life like this. You know, little Duracell bunny. Did you? You know, rather than, "Oh, you didn't like that. That's interesting. Tell me more. Oh, you like that. That's interesting. Tell me more." You know, you stay kind of centred. You don't kind of go, "You like that, did you? That's really good, isn't it?" Oh, you didn't, did you not? Do you know? So you're not as kind of knocked off as much. Or when you go down, you realise, "Oh, I'm going, come back." Or, "Oh my God, I suddenly got kind of nice and uppity in myself." Do you know? So now I'm losing ground because I'm going up. Do you know? So it's really understanding that. So that is what we're going to be doing for the whole weekend. We'll be putting all of that together in your mind, in your body. Yeah, Bernie?
What did you call the European-centric map?
Eurocentric. Eurocentric. Europe is the centre of the universe, you know, when they went out to just, I love the idea they discovered America. Yes. God help the poor Indians, you know, or discovered South America, you know, how they discovered them, you know, rather than using the language, how they annihilated them, you know, like how Europe annihilated cultures because they didn't look like themselves. And just on that last bit, one of the very interesting things was, I was reading recently, there has always been the question of when they landed in South America, how come the native people didn't see all the boats coming in? Because they landed in boats, you know, big boats with the big sails. But in actual fact, they had never seen a boat like that. So they didn't see them. They didn't expect these big boats to be coming. So they didn't actually visibly see them on the horizon until it was pointed, until the people landed, and then it was too late. So that's what's meant by, you know, when we only see what we expect to see. And that.
UFOs might be all landing up there.
Yeah, you just don't expect to see them, do you know?
Yeah.
So is that okay as a context and foundation for what we're going to spend the rest of this weekend doing? And the last bit of really, I have to give you this. I think this is an amazing piece of useless information. We are cousins of the banana. Just in case you think it's all animals, bananas are our cousins. So if any of you have bananas for lunch, or just remember you're eating your cousins.